Angular, there's a certain way of scaffolding and all. So
yeah.
So
cool, guys. So I think today's session is not so. We want to try to make these sessions more communal, where everyone really talks. It's more like a discussion. So as usual, it would be great if you guys can on your videos. I see you, Po and Yuchin. But we don't want to make it like speaker session where Shatish comes here and he presents. We want to try and like discussion, try and speak to him. Of course, Shatish is going to start off by introducing himself and like maybe give you a little primer, a little agenda on what he's going to be talking today. But for the rest of the session, right, I'm going to be engaging with him just like each of you guys. I don't want to be like a moderator or something. I'm going to be like just you guys talking to Shatish, getting to know him, his goals and his direction. As someone who learned up technology from a business background, what is he doing now and what's next for him, right? So I think it's a very interesting story. I mean, Shatish contributed a lot to the community, and he is one of the main guys with what we call the hacker mindset. And I really like working with this guy, so I'm sure there's a lot that you guys can learn from him as well. So Shatish, take it over from here, man.
Yeah. So just to introduce myself, I'm Shatish. I'm in chocolate manufacturing. Actually, my business is in chocolate and tea manufacturing, and that's my family business. But I always had the thought of exploring to programming and tech for a while. So I was mainly doing a lot of self-learning. Then I think this was before MCO last year, like end of 2019. I was looking for a group to study actually, like before even I found Hacker Collective, I was looking for people, like-minded people to learn code and exchange ideas together. So when I saw like I think the Facebook ad or event actually, I think even before you guys were promoting the thing, it was more like a community where you can join the event, right? Yeah, I think that was middle of 2019. Yeah, I saw that, but I couldn't join that one. Yeah, so that's how I found these guys were Ming and Derek, and I think I met a few others. And I wanted to learn the Vue framework because before that I already had some experience with like Angular, the basic. I went for like a basic bootcamp, but mostly when I first started coding was more towards Python and all that. So like bits and pieces here and there. So when I was with Hacker Collective, I wanted it to be like to bring it all together lah. So it's like I went through basics a couple of times, the same thing over and over. But then and I think last year we had like 2 sessions, right? Hacker Collective, like 2 physical sessions. Then that's when MCO happened. Then I was in batch 5, and I carried on with that. Then I think middle of last year, I think Derek, you asked me to join as a mentor. That was like, I mean, we were all locked down at home that time, right? So basically, like there was nothing else to do. You're trying new things to do, right? So I thought, why not? I just share my basic HTML and CSS. So that's how I started my journey.
How do you find okay, before that, right? You said you went to bootcamp. What bootcamp was this?
That was BSc college. So they had that was Asia Dev. Yeah, I think Ming was teaching one of the sessions as well. I think he was teaching.
Last time, is it like long? Yeah. Like 2 years. This was like 2 years ago, is it?
This was like 18. I think 2018 or 19. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
When I was like completely new, I was trying to learn the whole thing.
What about the community there? Like because you said from the start, you made it very clear that you're not really looking for a teacher to teach you. You're looking for like a community, right? From the start, a group. So what happened to your group there? Why don't you continue learning them?
That was, that was more like a tutor student kind of thing, like a class. So you learn. I mean, there's a syllabus, and then you learn that and all that. But we didn't have the report and like the community that we have like now. Like I wanted to work more on projects and experiment things, and like you said, like the hacker mindset. So those guys, I think mainly most of them, they're looking to get a job or get into like looking for a career. But for me, I was like, I wanted to work on projects and like do tiny experiments. But yeah, it's not easy to find people like that. So when I met Ming and like you guys are like kind of the same mindset. Yeah. So that was more. I think it was more of a academic way of doing it. But I think Hacker Collective is more it's more flexible. We work on projects that we want to do, and we do cover the basics, but we can work on our own interests as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes this kind of projects also comes from the individual's own initiative, right? I can't say, hey, build this for me. If you don't like it, you just don't have the energy to go and take your time and understand it and build it from scratch. So for you, came to us with your really cool idea, which of course you can talk about later, right? But so what we did was at the end of the day, we then fixed a few key projects that we felt would help someone in their learning journey, right? Some basic stuff like a to-do list, like a like a to everywhere you go, you have to build a to-do list, right? A to-do list. You did what else did we do? Like exchange rate calculators, right? Tic-tac-toe games, this kind of stuff, right? These are the standard stuff that people have to go through when they're learning to code, regardless of whether or not they have their own idea in mind. So, and Shatish, I want to ask also, right? How do you feel like teaching programming, albeit as someone who is back then you were probably not as experienced as you were now? How was the whole experience like, and why do you even do it?
Why? I mean, basically during the lockdown, I was like trying a lot of new things. I like purposely put myself in a uncomfortable situation, see whether I was looking for growth, basically. And I also know that when you teach, you learn better. You're reinforcing the material for yourself. So whatever that I want to present is I have the basics, but when you're teaching someone, right, you find all the gaps in between. That's not, you need to simply learning the whole thing again. So by the time you're having a tutorial, right, like it's already like second nature for you. So you're just going through the motion, and then you're seeing it from the student's perspective, because when we first start to learn, it's very like you're learning as a beginner, and you still have the background. That means you're seeing it all for the first time, so you know what the student is going through. So it makes it easier for you to explain to them.
So you came from a business background, right, Shatish? Wait. Actually, maybe you can share a bit more about your background, because I don't. Maybe they don't really know. Actually, I also don't 100% know. Yeah.
My background, okay. Actually, I mean, I didn't do any business studies or anything like that. I actually did piloting. That was that was like back in 2007, 2008, long time ago. So by the time I completed in 2010, there's a bad market for pilots. Like that was the previous market. The recession or the last recession before this. So I think I joined the family business just to learn the ropes of it, and at the same time it felt very, I mean, like manufacturing and traditional business is very it's it's quite taxing. That means everything is like manual, and then there's not so much of like not the kind of digital marketing that's here right now. So that's why I felt like, and then I saw like my peers were they were going to startups and going into digital marketing, coding, and I was curious about what was that about. Then I think I attended a lot of conferences, a lot of meetups. I don't know if you guys know about Mind Valley. Like, I think now you know Mind Valley. Yeah.
Yes.
So I was there when Mind Valley is very new. Like people didn't know about Mind Valley. So like now when people talking about Mind Valley, I'm like, yeah, it's mainstream right now, and they are very big. But I think this was back in 2014, 15.
When they first
Because
started,
they were,
right? Yeah, huge right now. Yeah.
They were like pioneers of digital marketing. Whatever funnels and all you're talking about, they were the person to do it, and they share with the community. So I met a group of guys from there, and actually one of the people I met there, that's how I got interested in coding. Like this guy, I think he's still there right now. He's one of the iOS developers. So during one of the presentations, I think one of my friends, he became like the MC for the event. So this guy, the coder, I think he was playing around with the, I don't know if you know Twilio. Twilio is like the telco software. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to share a bit to them about what Twilio is?
Okay, Twilio is basically like imagine you want to like like how Grab and all that, even like a Food Panda, you get all the notifications, your messages. Yeah. So Food Panda don't have their own code for this. They use Twilio's source code to build that infrastructure. They build that communication app. So whatever notifications, your Uber or Grab messages, they use Twilio basically. So yeah, so even Twilio that time was very new, and then these guys, you know what he did? He was asking me like, "Hey, bro, pass me his contact number lah. Let's play a game on him." Like that guy was on the stage. He was gonna be the MC. Then this guy, his name is Shafil from Mind Valley. So he was saying he had a piece of code like PHP code, and it was like those scam calls you get, like those holiday messages. Hi, good morning, sir. Like you've won this prize to this island. You need to claim your message. He actually typed that message in that code, like where you can put put a message like it was just a simple form, like your name, the guy's name, message, and then the contact number. So he asked me for the guy's contact number, right? So I gave it to him, And this was the first time I'm seeing some like code in action. And so when he submitted the code, when he ran the code, my friend who was on stage, he got a phone call. Basically, it was like an automated voice call, and we were looking at it like we were right in front of him, but he didn't. The guy on the stage, he didn't know what was happening, and he got a call. He was like, literally was like, "Hi, sir, you won this package to Maldives or something." And you're, and we can see him like, hey, like he's getting excited. I was like, shit lah, what have we done, right? Then we were laughing at him. After that, then we told him like, bro, that was just a prank call. Like this guy was running a code and he was just testing it to failure.
Really
So
cool.
when I saw that, right, when I saw that thing, it just blew my mind. I was like, shit, this thing is crazy. Like, that's how I started my journey of looking into programming and code.
And the
And
beauty
yeah,
of things like all these tools out there, right, is that once you understand the power of tech, you don't need to build all this stuff from scratch, right? And
yeah,
Shut is one of those guys who's like really good at using different tools to achieve different goals. Things like automating your marketing, things like connecting APIs and just doing a bunch of automated stuff, right? You don't need to build this stuff from scratch. And spends a lot of time reading all these different open source tools and learning, exploring it. I thought that was really cool. I think in the future we can do a few sessions where Shatish runs us through some of the interesting things he found. He even went to explore some gaming framework. I remember last time, and this is the
yeah,
mindset that we want you guys to really have also, is to constantly be exploring what are the tools out there, right?
yeah. So actually, like programming, it can be as easy as you want or as hard as you make it to be. Like you have to. It's not just about putting in effort. You have to make it exciting for yourself. So you need to find something. Well, I mean, what is your interest? What do you want to do? And see if there's already any solution out there, or like what you say, like there's any source code or APIs that you can find. And it's not like that I know everything. Like even now, I mean, like like we're still learning, and like basically going through the struggle of finding things and see whether just playing around with the code lah.
Yes. Back
So
then when
yeah,
I was learning, I was just really, I see a lot of people going through this also. When you're learning, you just sit down and you listen to what the teacher is saying. They say 1 plus 1 is 2, you just follow and do 1 plus 1 is 2 without the love for it, without trying to understand why. And I feel
yeah,
like, yes, that works, but it's going to be very tough. Like for myself, I also locked myself at home to learn coding for like 12 months, right? Hey, sorry, not 12 months, right? 12 hours a day for I think 6 months. And I'm not like super pro, but the thing here is that I didn't enjoy the journey a lot because it was really tough. I was just going through the standard route, how people taught, and I was doing it myself. Obviously, I didn't have a community. I gave up multiple times. But what I realized is when I went out to talk to my computer science friends, right, I could be coding and solving some problems even better than some of them. I'm not saying all of them, but
mm,
some of them. And the fact that they paid 100K in 3 years, they spent all this time in uni, right, and they
yep,
still do it. It just shows how people are really just paying money to get a degree. People are really just following the steps without really thinking why, without asking why, right? And this is one thing that Shatish and I share a lot, which is we ask each other why are we learning something, and we don't just go into it and say, I don't say, hey, learn JavaScript. We don't say, hey, and we don't just learn because someone said so. We try and find out why. And then we can explore what are different tools that we can use. We go and build some fun small projects here and there, and that's how we learn, right? Through really
yep.
wanting to build something instead of just learning for the sake of learning. And that's a very important mindset. It makes the whole learning journey so much faster and so much easier as well. And of course, when you have a community, it's just so much easier, right? So
Actually, like one thing I can share with you, like if you want to become a really good not say programmer or coder, like you want to become a good hacker, like you want to have the hacker mindset, right? You need to be you need to be really lazy, lah, okay? Like you need to like you shouldn't be like, oh, I'm gonna do this things like repetitive thing for hours and hours. If it's the same thing, find a way, whether code or anything, find if there's a faster way of doing it. Find if there's a solution for that. If there's no solution, see if you can try to do it yourself, or yeah, you
just
hack
get out, right?
something
You need to
together,
do some
put it
things
together.
proper, right? Just hack things.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't
Cool.
be no, I mean don't be hardworking on repetitive things, lah, okay? Like yeah.
Cool. Hey, let's
Uh,
go into some of the things that you thought you wanted to discuss about, like what you wish someone would have told you since day one, about coding and programming.
okay. Number one thing, don't self learn by yourself. Find a group of people, which is what we're already doing. Like it's much faster, lah. Whatever feedback, and I actually use the principle for anything that I'm doing nowadays, whether it's coding or business or any new ideas. I'm like, guys, like I'm always looking for that community for that. So once I'm there, the kind of learning that you go through is crazy, lah. You can only learn so much through videos or books or whatever. Like that's the basic. But when you meet people and then the experience that you get from them, right, it's You can't buy that anywhere. You can't pay for that.
Completely agree. Like business as well, right? I'm still super new to business, and
Yeah.
like there's just no way you can just sit down and read a book and learn. Yes, reading a book helps you with the mindset, but meeting people, hearing their stories, getting their network, that is just so much more valuable. And like one thing that Shatish and I were quite interested in is we wanted to go and explore Muay Thai, right? And instead of just me watching YouTube videos and learning how to punch a bag, right? I actually started my own small group, to learn Muay Thai together with a bunch of beginners. Just do it together, right? Learn together with my friend. My friend's gonna come over to guide us. My friend has a bit of experience. He's not a pro. We don't need a pro to bring us from 0 to, let's say, 1, right? Someone at level, we don't need a level 100 guy to come and teach us. We only need someone who's at level 10, right? We're at level 0. We need someone who's level 10 to teach us, to bring us to level 5, for example. And that's good enough progress to start. And whatever it is, just start, right? So, I mean, if you guys want to join us at our own self-taught Muay Thai group, you guys can just hit me up also. I'm more than happy to invite you guys over. Cool. Anything else you want to share, Shatish?
Like yeah, I mean, like what you're saying, you don't need to find like the biggest expert in that field, because even if you, let's say for business, like, right, if you find like a multi-millionaire, or you get to meet a billionaire, like you're not able to relate to the person, and then like even if they give you any advice, you can't do anything about it. Like you're not at that stage yet. So the best thing they can do is find someone who is slightly higher than you, go and learn try to reach that level first. Like it's like you level up, like you can't go straight to like level 10. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Yep.
No, exactly, completely. And that's what we're trying to implement with the Hacker Collective as well, right? If I went out to hire a PhD to come and teach you guys how to code, right?
Yeah.
Two things are, number one, it's going to be freaking expensive. And number two, right, this guy is not going to be speaking your language. He's going to be assuming that whatever he said is easy because it's easy in his head. But to us, I mean, not us, but like to beginners who are first time touching code, right? They'll be like, what the heck is going on? Like, what is a function, right? Like, what is computer science? What's an input, right? They don't know any of these terms. And when you connect all these terms to it, right? What is a constant? What is a variable? This kind of stuff. All these things may seem very, very, very simple to us. What is an API? What's backend? What's frontend? All these terms are very simple to us. But imagine when you throw it to someone who's first time listening to programming, they're going to struggle a lot. And this is why we also need to always, when we teach people, we need to have the beginner's mindset. Try and teach it like you are the listener. Put yourself in the listener's shoe. And this is one thing that we feel is very important. It's not just going for someone with the best qualifications. Yes, that's good, but not when you're trying to start off. Not when you're just trying to start.
Yeah.
Cool.
And another thing that I love doing was, I mean, this was like before MCA and all that. Now everything is virtual, right? There's virtual events. But back then, like let's say Amazon, or I think was it there's Angular events, like Google organized the Angular like workshops, seminar, right? Like 3 days, conferences. So I used to love going to those conferences because the speakers are like professionals. The guys who are Google, like working in Google itself, Google or Facebook or AWS, Amazon. So why I like going there is like they'll have all these presentations of the latest technology that they have. They'll share with you, and they'll share with you how to use it. And even if I don't know anything about it, right? Like when I go there, I'm like, hey, like I've discovered this new thing, and I'll start to go and tinker with that. Once I get back, I'll be like, okay, I found this new thing, and I'll learn how to use that. If I didn't go for that, I wouldn't even know that it existed. And so like now I think there's a lot of online conferences that you can attend. Yeah, and that's one way that actually even like those conferences they've recorded and I think posted on YouTube as well. So the things that they share, it's quite crazy, lah. Yep.
Very nice. Okay, anything else you want to share? Things that you wish you knew from day one?
Dude, I can keep on sharing, and depends on what you are.
Me too. I can go non-stop for this one because it's such a big topic. But one more. Let's give one more.
One more, if you want to work on a project, anything, right? Just don't. You can do by yourself, but it's best if you can pair up with people, at least minimum 2 to 3 people, and work on it together, like more like a study group, lah, right? And things will move faster, and then you're not relying on your own ideas itself. So there's like 2 or 3 minds working on it together. So that's one thing that I've realized, that if you want to move faster, get into build a small team, lah.
Cool. Hey, actually, guys, let's take a pause from Shatish's sharing, and since the group is kind of small now, I just want to understand also, like I want to get to know each of you guys, right? Like, what's the reason why you guys joined this session? Maybe I don't know if the topics we're discussing is in line with what you want to hear, but maybe I want to just give me a short rundown on why you're here. Maybe you can start with Ryan. Ryan, you there? Nothing to do. Okay. Kenny, haven't spoke to Kenny in a while already.
I'm quite free today.
There's no particular reason or particular topic that you want to hear. It's just for fun, only.
Just listen to you guys.
Okay.
Cool. What about Yu Chin?
Yeah.
Pretty free also today.
Okay. Paul Yiz.
For me personally, I'm actually quite curious how people. I want to know how people like transit from a certain field to a certain field. Like how.
Okay.
I want to hear how they do it.
Okay.
That's my main purpose.
What's
coming
the
here?
background you from again, Yiz?
Mechanical engineering.
Cool. Okay. Yizi, Shatish, just a short intro about Yizi, right? Yizi is one of our latest, newest community member. And
Okay.
yeah, Yizi, just to share, so Shatish was a mentor with Hacker Collective a couple months ago before you joined in. So if you joined in slightly earlier, you would have got mentored by this guy. But no worries, I mean, he's here anytime and you can just reach out to him.
Okay. Like,
Okay, sure.
I mean, you're saying that you're from mechanical engineering, right? Like, I think you have more of a hacker mindset than I am. Like, I'm in more business. But, yeah. So, I mean, why I wanted to get into coding was basically like I found issues in my challenges in my company itself, like like inventory and just fine tuning of the production, the manufacturing of the chocolates. Yeah, actually, I don't think I've shared with anyone the website, right? I'll just share the.
Oh yeah, go ahead and share it. Yeah. And hey, I just noticed. Just continue, Shatish. Hey, but I noticed City, you're here as well. Hi, City. How are you?
Yeah, so that's the company, the chocolate company. Hi, City. So basically, I wanted to solve the issue of we imagine the inventory, we were still using Excel, and I thought of using ERP, like the ERP software where you can integrate everything, but that's like too expensive. So I was looking at like some solutions I can do by myself. So I was exploring like Python and some open frameworks. Before, like now data science is the hottest thing, right? But I literally built my own like Excel, manually doing it. Like I found like Excel reader in like a Python framework. So I was reading. We had like let's say 10 sheets of like let's say I have 100 products, right? And then there's like the before the manufacturing, the packing materials, the raw materials, and then the finished products. So it's all in different sheets. And then but there was no one looking at the data. It's like everything is there, but there's too much of numbers. So I wanted to like instead of manually like going through, okay, these are my top 10 moving items, or what are the raw mat that's gonna that's low on stock. I didn't want to do it manually. So what I did was I built like a sort of a scanner where I can scan through the 100 of items. I see which one is low on balance, and I just wanted to print it on like a notepad kind of thing. So yeah, so what I did, I used Python for this and I think there's like an Excel framework for it. So that's the first thing that I did. That was the basic script. That was my first coding project actually. So that's how I started, and then from then I became more interested in finding more things to do, like just solving my own problems. But that's how I started transitioning to the coding, the whole programming thing.
So you started with an end goal in mind, basically, right? You started with different goals. You wanted to achieve this, and that, right? You don't just learn to learn. You don't. But why do you need to do a loop? You don't know, right? If you're just learning a loop for the sake of learning a loop, you wouldn't know when to use it. But now you know, I want to loop through my Excel sheet and see if they are, repetitive things and all that, right? Then that's cool. Okay, cool. Shatish, want to share also. Oh, wait, why do you share your website again?
Oh, I mean, just show them the products and all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and also, let's move on to the next topic. Challenges and obstacles that you face.
Okay. So like when I was learning how to code, like I think you need to.
Sorry.
I think you just need to like find a way to work on small projects, like things that you love doing. Like for me, I was interested in those game like mobile games, like how, and that was actually I was thinking of how can I market the products, chocolates. I didn't want to do like, okay, I can do videos or banners and all that, but what if I create a game and then put my own products in there, like
Wow.
like a Mario game with my chocolate products, right? So I found a way to found like a JavaScript framework, the one I think I was telling you guys, Azer.
Laser
So
JS.
yeah,
Yeah.
and I wanted to work on small projects that I find interesting and I learn at the same time. I don't want to do like typical like a to-do list project. So yeah,
Okay.
that's the one.
Did you manage to build it?
No, from Fraser, Fraser is a bit more like a game framework itself, a game engine called Construct. So I use that actually. So I made some simple games, but that is more of a visual thing lah. So, but because of my coding background, I knew what I was doing. It's much more easy to understand.
Who's the? Because you said you went in, so you were from a pilot background, and then you also explored some digital marketing here and there, right? You mentioned right, you went with some of the gurus back in the days, the OG gurus, and then you went on to take over. I mean, start working with your family's business, right? And and it's a very traditional business, right? And you are. Would you say? Do you guys have any tech people in the team?
No, it's just me actually.
It's just
There's
you.
No,
So you are the guy. You're like the CIO, the main guy trying to like digitize everything, lah.
Yeah, like an accidental thing, lah.
How do you feel like being a business person with tech knowledge?
You feel like you have honestly, you feel like you have a superpower, lah. Like you can see things that other people can't see, and then you don't feel you're not as afraid of technology. It's like things are moving fast, but you know why it's happening, why it's moving like that. Yeah, and you can work on, you can develop more things actually.
Yeah, I mean the sky is the limit, right? Once you know tech, you can literally do anything you want now. Honestly, because like there's so many APIs available, so many open source repos, right? We can literally just use. There's so many things available. What we need to go and learn how to find them. And I think in the future we can do another session on that. And Shatish, are you sharing with them the marketing tool that we're working on together today?
Yeah, sure. Actually, like so basically what I was doing, I was looking for like a content automation software. So there's a couple of things that I found. You can do like a banner automation or video automation. So like you can fill up a form and then you can create like 10 posts from a single from that form itself. You don't have to like manually go on Facebook or Instagram and post it, right? Then when I saw that, I was like, but I wanted to customize a couple of things, and I found like few tools that we can I found a cheaper way of doing it using the APIs, and then that's how I spoke to Derek, and then we are working on a small project right now. So we are working on our own content automation software.
The reason behind why we even agreed to doing this, because honestly our hands are so tight, right? And Shatish just came out with this super cool idea. He pitched it to me during dinner one session after a long time. He just suddenly pitched it to me. Then I was like, our hands are really tight. But why are we doing this? It's because one thing that we struggle with, for us, right, we're pretty good with the tech side, so we can build things up super fast, right? But one thing that we really struggle is with how do we go to market really quickly, right? How can we automate the marketing processes and do it faster? So this is one thing that where Shatish and I and also Ming and as well as our developers, we're constantly thinking of some different ways of automating this, and we're always researching on how to do it better. Cool. So let's go to the next agenda. Okay, wait, before that, Shatish, any other challenges and obstacles that you want to share in your learning journey?
I think at the beginning, you just have to go through the motion of doing it, at least. You have to go through the struggle. There's no other way.
Yeah.
Like work on small projects, but wherever you struggle, find out why. Google for answers. Ask the community. Don't be alone, Don't do things by yourself. Always go. You have the resources. You just need to keep going at it, and then once you find the solution, you feel very the satisfaction is very different.
Okay, hey, I want to actually open it to the crowd as well and hear from these guys what are some challenges they're facing as well. Yuqin, do you want to go first?
People give up now. So like
Yep.
Shatish said, find people to work together with. The problem with the people that I find is they give up halfway. So they abandon the project. That's my main struggle.
I see. So when they abandon the project, then you are left alone.
To pick
Yeah.
up everything, yep. Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. I think that's really common, right? And it's not a very good experience. So that's why you always want to find a community. If one guy left, then you can always look another, get another.
That's why I'm here also. lah.
So, Yizi, what about yourself? Because Yizi is still fairly new, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm quite new.
What are some challenges that you're facing, or no challenges yet? Everything is easy because you're an engineer.
I wouldn't say it's easy, but because I'm actually still learning the basics, so I can't really say what challenges I'm gonna face here lah, because I'm still at the basic part. So yeah.
Okay, no worries, Caesar. That only means that we haven't added enough challenges in the learning in PathWatch. Because last time the way we did it without PathWatch. And what Shatish and I did, right? We literally put I think some of the students here will remember. We literally put these guys on the spot and say, hey, let's solve this challenge. I give you guys 20 to 30 minutes. Can you solve it and present it to us? And you have no choice, but you have to, if you want to continue on the session, you really have to go and find a way to solve it. And some people didn't like that, some people like that. But overall, I felt that is what really pushed people to not avoid. Because when I was learning myself, when I say super tough questions, like things like solve, super tough is relative, but to me it was tough, right? Something like, I don't know if you heard of this, the Tower of Hanoi. It's a very, very famous recursion challenge. Very tough. I didn't know how to do it, right? That's one example. You guys can search it out, Tower of Hanoi. You guys can try and solve it yourself also.
Okay.
Recursive algorithm, right? This is one of it. Another one is something like building your own Fibonacci sequence, something like that, right? I thought it was tough. And when I was learning, if no one was there to push me, I really had to force myself and sit through it. And I don't know, man, I just feel like doing it alone is just not easy. And now my teaser, we're going to add some of these challenges in, then you can.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, cool. Let's move on. CT, what about yourself? What are some challenges?
Derek, sorry, actually, my phone is, I don't know, it's kind of overheating and it's not charging properly. I'm afraid it's going to go off.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, no worries. But you're here with your laptop, right?
Yeah, but my laptop, I don't Google Meet. I don't have the mic, something wrong. That's why I always normally use Zoom.
Oh, okay.
So,
no, let's just continue with your part first, before we move on with that sharing. Okay. So to self-learn or to boot camp, there's one thing. One thing under the agenda that you provided me. Want to share a bit on this?
There's like pros and cons, but even like I think what Hacker Collective is doing is like a hybrid of both. You're self-learning, but then there's also the bootcamp field, and you have the flexibility of doing anything that you want, but you're still covering the bases, like all the important topics. So I think that's the most important thing. Yeah.
So the important thing is basically covering all topics.
Yeah.
A hybrid of both.
Yeah, because like a bootcamp is very structured. Yeah, you go through the rigorous all those exercises, but you do the same here, but you still can work on your own projects. You're free to try different things, like different technology, different tools. So you're not really restricted.
Yeah. Your bootcamp that you went for, it wasn't full time, right?
No, part time. Yeah.
Okay. So part time thing is the same. I guess another difference is the price point as well, right?
Yeah.
So much more expensive. And not everyone has like 10K ringgit or USD around just ready to throw, right? So that's another one. That's actually the biggest reason why I didn't go to a bootcamp, because the bootcamp is so structured. It's so proper, right? Everything is so well planned out, and you see all this and they have like so good marketing, super duper good marketing, right?
Yeah.
I don't truly know what is their success rate and all that, but one thing I know is I didn't have the money. That's why I decided to self-learn. That's how I got to know Ming as well. And Ming, he just told me, hey bro, don't need to go to a bootcamp lah. He was like, just learn yourself, and it's gonna make you so much better, so much a more independent developer. Don't need to always rely on people. Cool. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We are a bit short on time, so the age-old question of which programming language you need to start with.
Which programming language? I would say that just pick one lah. Don't go through the process, or that's what I would have done differently from the start. I would just pick something, a simple language. Just learn programming itself. the syntax you can learn, like every language is the same. Like programming is, you need to learn loops, you need to learn conditional if else. So don't worry about what you want to do. Like just you can pick Python, JavaScript, or anything. Don't pick like the best language. Learn programming. Just learn all the basic concepts, and then you can, once you understand the basic, you can learn any syntax that you want, any programming language that you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Problem solving is problem solving, right? Regardless, if someone asks me a question, Derek, where is the bus stop, right? If I can solve this question in English or Chinese or Tamil or Malay, it's still solving that person's problem. So it's just a means to an end. It's just a tool, right? So yeah, this is one thing that also bothered me a lot when I was back in the days when I was still learning, right? I went and learned Ruby lah, Java, JavaScript, Python. I learned everything lah, right?
At the same time, right?
Sorry?
You try to learn all of this at the same time.
Yes, because you want to be cool. You want to be able to say, "Hey, dude, I do Python too." You know, people say, "Hey, I tell people, hey, I'm learning to code now." Then they're like, "Hey, so what programming language do you do?" I'm like, "I do JavaScript." Then they're like, "Oh, do you do Python? Do you do Ruby? Do you do Java?" I'm like, "No, I don't do them." Then they're like, "Then when you learn, what are you learning for?" Then I'm like, then I gave into peer pressure. I go and learn a bit here, learn a bit there, but there's no point.
Yeah.
Do someone get really good in it.
Don't learn code, like learn programming.
Yes.
Don't learn the exact, learn the concepts.
Yes.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. How's your phone? Shatish, can tahan not?
I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I think open to the floor lah.
Okay. I think there's one more question you added in your agenda here, right? How did you manage to broaden your options for your career by picking up this really useful tool?
I mean, after programming, after learning tech,
yes, tech tools in your technology skills. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, whatever that I want to build, like I want to, like if there's any software out there, I wouldn't be like, oh, I need to buy that or I need to subscribe to that. I think of ways of how I can create it by myself, and I find a cheaper way of doing it lah. Find if there's any open source, or if I can hack through that, and then instead of paying like thousands of dollars for software, I create my own lah. Even though it's not a perfect tool, but it's like as long as it works for me, then I can use it. Yeah, so that's one of the. What's that?
Will you recommend that for everyone?
I think not for everyone, unless you're really comfortable. I mean, once you really learn the basics, then you can find, honestly, like on GitHub, there's sort of open source codes. Like you can literally find a lot of simple tools that you can find, you can do for yourself. So whatever you see, there's a paid software out there. There should be a free version of it on GitHub, but maybe it's not as polished as that lah. As long as it's the same function, serves the same purpose, yeah, you can do that. Yeah, that's the biggest thing lah.
Cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, Shatish, I'm not sure. You can continue talking if you want to, but I don't know how long is your. So what? Are you gonna leave the call?
I don't know. I think I'll be in the call, but maybe my phone will die off. I'm not sure. So, but I think after that you can open to the let the guys chat like, anything that you want to ask.
Hey, no worries. Hey guys, actually, so I think that's all that Shatish wanted to share. Sorry, we have to cut it short like this because this technical issues, but we'll still be here to just continue chatting. Maybe not so much on a formal style, more on now. I want to open up to the floor and really hear from you guys. Your goals, the reason why you even joined this call in the first place. What are some of the struggles, and see how we can really add value to you guys, right? And before that, before Shatish dies off, let's take a picture, guys. Take a picture and on your cameras so I can take a screenshot. Looking good, man, Yizu.
Oh, nice to see some faces.
Finally, nice, good faces. Elvin, Kenny. Hey, but somehow I can only see 6. Yeah.
I think there should be 8 of us.
Oh, okay, need to drag it. Okay, what about everyone else? Just a quick one, guys. Oh, City, hi, long time no see. Happy fasting. Okay, so let's just take a picture now. 3, 2, 1. All right, awesome, guys. Awesome. Okay, let's continue. So yeah, City, haven't chatted with you in a while. So I want to understand also, like how's it going? Like just now you joined a bit late, but we were talking about what are some challenges and obstacles, or what are some things that Shatish wished someone told him when he first started learning programming. For you, City, what is the biggest challenge you're facing? Wait, City, I can't hear you. think her mic is broken.
Oh.
Mic broken. Okay, now my no worries. I can see you very semangat trying to answer just now, but just write your replies in the comment. I think, right? Thanks, City. I'll read out later for them. And also, hey, Alvin, I just saw that you're here. I didn't know you're here, Alvin. So,
Hey.
what got you interested to join this call?
Hey.
Alvin, yeah, guys, just to intro, Alvin is our team member in Hacker Collective. He's helping us out a lot on the marketing side and also on the finance side. So this guy is a finance graduate, but he's now really doing everything, learning very fast, learning marketing, learning design, learning everything. So Alvin usually doesn't join in the call, so I'm not sure why he joined this one. So I want to understand.
Hey man, I've been here from the very beginning, man.
Okay.
But yeah, mainly I just want to come in and see like how someone's decided to, like Shatish, want to turn into a techies, because for me I'm from a finance background, like what you mentioned. So I always kind of want to get into the tech side, but I still need a little bit push. But I have been around with Derek, Ming, all these guys for a long time, so I kind of already know some of the tech term, and slowly and surely I probably will get into tech soon. I just need to find the motivation for myself, but I'm just here to see like what motivates Shatish to be in the tech side. That's it.
Very nice, very nice.
Are you learning as well?
Not for now. Still haven't started yet.
Too much else
Okay.
too much to learn. This guy.
I think for finance, you will find data science is very interesting. It's not as hard as you think. You can learn data science. It's Python, and you can literally, I think within a week you can start exploring data. And I think Derek, you know of Kaggle?
Yeah.
Kaggle.com. Yeah. So imagine you can. There's a lot of data and Excel sheet. I think just now I was sharing about my inventory, right? Like
Yeah.
I didn't know about Kaggle before this. Like I did my inventory, like the Excel reader, manually, but in Kaggle you can just upload the CSV file and you can analyze the data and see what's the top items or the pattern, or even you can even extrapolate charts. Yeah, Kaggle.com. Like there's data like I think there's a lot of interesting data like I think like top apps in the Play Store, and then there's a Titanic data. I think I don't know passengers of Titanic, and then if you're into football, like the top football teams in the world. So imagine and top plays in the world. So there's whatever topic that you want, you can find the data for it, and you can create charts and analyze, and yeah, really
cool stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the basic tutorial on Kaggle. You can learn basics of Python and all that.
Okay, cool. Yizu, for yourself, right? What's your goal? Are you going more to the data science route or more towards software development?
Currently, I think I will maybe go for web development or software development first.
Yes.
That's my current aim. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Because is there a big reason why, or why?
Why? I mean, firstly, I don't really like my current job, and I actually find that programming actually seems very interesting, because actually when I was in uni, we mechanical engineering got actually learn one coding, which is basic C, and from there actually I was like quite interested. But then, as a mechanical engineer, you won't really learn a lot of coding lah. Mostly just like software, like simulation and so on.
You're using the tools lah. There's a lot of those tools that it's available.
Yeah, like let's say I'm working in consultancy. We design like fire protection sprinkler system. We use softwares to like maybe draw out the draft of the sprinkler pipings and so on to get the estimation water demand and so on. Something like that.
So now you want to be the one building that software lah.
Yeah, you can kind of say that.
Okay, interesting. Thanks for sharing that. And cool.
Actually,
yeah.
Sorry, actually when you were sharing, I think even last time when I was playing on in Python, I think I went for like an Arduino workshop. So I just want to learn, like the Arduino is like a simple motherboard thing, right? And I wanted to create like sort of a counter, like in our factory, we have like the chocolate production. So I wanted to count like if there's a way I can. I got some sensors and then I connected it to the Arduino, and so I like so when the chocolate piece is like passing by the laser, I think it was a red like a sensor laser. I think the infrared sensor, yeah. So it count the piece. So I was trying to find a way if basically like a very dummy way of doing IoT lah. And I think my biggest challenge was how can I connect it to a cloud and I can see if I can access the thing on the browser. I think I found a way to I found a way to connect it to I think the local IP, so I can see the counter on my So that was one of the projects. Actually, I've always been interested in that. Like if I can connect all the machineries and get all the data in one place, and then if I can link it up, like that'll be the cheapest way of doing ERP lah. Like yeah.
Anyone here interested in this kind of stuff? I mean, Shatish, I mean, I don't know about people in this call, but you guys can connect with him. Shatish, we have one guy who's like super interested in this. I can link him up with you as well, one of our newer students.
Can. Yeah. IoT is quite interesting also. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Hey, I see a Kendall here. I haven't spoke to Kendall before. Want to introduce yourself, Kendall?
Hello, my name is Kendall.
Hello.
And, hello, Derek. Hello, everyone. Sorry for coming late because I got some stuff playing me just now.
No worries. Kendall, where are you from?
I'm from Malaysia.
I see your picture looks very Western.
That's actually a movie. A movie is about Oxford movies. I don't know the what club already, but it's a movie picture. So I'm quite interested in that movie that time, so I put that picture. I didn't change.
Hey, no worries. No, I thought it was you. I thought it was like your marriage proposal or something.
No.
So, hey, Kendall, you on your video because don't know how you look like, man.
My room is a bit dark. I'm just afraid. Wait, turn on the light.
As long as it's not too inconvenient, then it's good. We always want to see more faces like Yu Chin, Yizi. This guy is very supportive. I like it. Good. Hey, Yizi, are you in KL?
Is that not convenient?
Not convenient, Kendall. Okay, no worries. Don't want to scare you away. But anyways, what do you do, Kendall?
I'm currently working as an account assistant, and actually I'm thinking to jump my career into tech field. So I have discovered some career in the tech field. So more interested in the data science, data analyst. And before I got self-learn my C++, and also with some Python.
Okay.
But my Python is not quite strong. My basic C++ more strong.
No worries. So if I think your connection or my connection was breaking off a bit. But if I'm understanding you correctly, you want to change your career, right? From an accounting background to a full tech role, like actually doing development.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Cool. I was from a finance background.
And actually, I think it's my connection is broken.
Yeah.
Excuse
Hi,
me?
Kendall. You saying? Okay. I think her connection broke off. No worries. Okay, cool. Anyone want to share, their experience learning tech so far?
Sorry.
No worries,
And,
Kendall. Anyone want to share? Oh, hey, Kendall, just continue.
Oh, okay. My motivation to change the that field is it's not because I see the trend, but because I like to discover a lot of things, and especially I like the finance also. I like the stock market and the cryptocurrency, and especially the Bitcoin. Those cryptocurrency actually the back of it is the tech.
Blockchain, right?
Yeah, blockchain, right.
Hey, anyone here into crypto? Anyone? Oh, Yuchin, Yizi, very nice. Like when you say you're into it, are you actually building your own blockchain or are you trading?
I'm trading.
Yeah.
And my stage is trading.
Very nice. I'm trading.
It's very hard to build a crypto.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
Once.
No, a lot of it is open source already.
Huh?
Yeah, they're mostly open source, so you can explore it if you want to. No worries. In the coming weeks, we're gonna have one session on building your own blockchain, and in another session, we're gonna have another one where I have a super pro friend of mine who I think Yuchin, he has some connections with your company and your MMI.
I think so. I think so.
Yeah.
MMI?
What?
Oh, which one?
Which company?
I don't know which
Too
one
many
you're
companies already. I don't know.
I do know that one of my masters knows some of your connection.
Who's your master?
I not my master is I have a few lah, but one of them that's not directly master teaching me lah. Because we have a lot of master, right? His name is Xiong Ping.
Oh no.
So he happened to know someone from you guys from your
Interesting. I mean, you can always invite him as well. We always want to look for cool people like that, right?
Yeah, but I'm not very close to him.
No
I just happen to know that he knows you guys.
Okay, no worries. It's all about connecting people together. Hacker Collective is all about bringing people with the like-minded mindset. Hacking finance, hacking science, hacking life, right? It's all about that, not about hacking computers only, right? It so happened we went to the computer only because we found that this is the path that we went. Maybe in another world, I would have self-taught marketing. Ming would have self-taught digital marketing. Then we would have been focusing on that, right? So it's really because of tech that we decided to go into tech. Cool. And
just you say you know someone that's related to MMI. The one who is that?
Oh no, his name is Douglas. Don't know if you.
Yeah, Douglas, the one something knows Douglas.
Yes. So Douglas is a very good friend of mine. He is a super pro crypto trader, and he's also collaborating with us, doing his course on Pathforge. Yeah. So for those who don't know Pathforge yet, Pathforge currently it's in a very, very, very early stage. The level we want to go is we want to allow people to create their courses and white label. It's like a white labeling tool for people to onboard the entire learning community there. So it's like a Facebook group plus a Udemy plus whatever. So it's a very powerful portal, and we're going to Douglas is one of our first users. He's going to be sharing one session perhaps in the coming this month about trading cryptos and some of the basic things that you guys need to know. Of course, Yuchin probably knows a lot of it already, so maybe Yuchin, you can
some kind of teacher, not teacher, he provides certification, right?
He does a lot of things. Yeah. He's like us, but for crypto basically.
Yeah. I mean.
Okay. So cool. I mean, glad to know a lot of you guys are crypto fans here. Do you guys do leverage trading or spot market? You trade your own money? Leverage. Because I'm a noob at this. I just explore myself with my friends, and we do spot because we don't dare to go leverage. Leverage trading means you do like 10 times, 20 times those type.
Leverage is pretty complicated. I do leverage, but I'm not good enough to explain what leverage is like.
Give us a basic idea, cannot?
Very hard to give you a basic idea without misunderstanding.
So maybe I can share what I think it is. Okay, then you can correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, is it you taking money from the exchange and you trade for a given, let's say you trade X amount, right? But the returns you get is, let's say you go on a leverage of 20 times. So the returns you get is 20 times. Let's say my crypto price went up by 10%, I get 10% times 20 times. But if it goes down and it hits a certain margin call, then they will take all my money away. Is that how it works? No.
I think no.
Wait, Kendall said yes, but Yushin said no. Okay, someone needs to.
I misunderstood, yeah. Because I do leverage trading in Forex. So
okay.
You're talking about trading in crypto or investing in crypto?
Trading.
Trading.
I think it's the same as like stock trading, right? Like if you're using stocks, and if you use a leverage, if you trade using like multiple of 3, you can earn a profit of times 3, but you also lost. If you lost, you also times 3 lah. That's the basic of it.
Yeah.
It's not your money lah, but you are kind of like borrowing from the operator.
Yeah. It's a bit scary lah. My friend lost a ton of money, and I also had friends who made big big bucks from it, right?
Ooh.
So it's all about knowing the timing and knowing
Risk management. Risk management.
Yes, cool. And hey, Kendall, are you based in KL?
Excuse me?
Are you based in KL?
No, I'm based at Penang.
Oh, Penang. Ah, damn. Okay. We're okay because we're always looking for people who can come for our meetups, and Yuchin came for. I mean, I think in this group only Yuchin and Shatish met me in person, right? Everyone else, no, yeah, but no worries. We're gonna have more of this. After this whole COVID thing, we were gonna get a co-working space so everyone can come and learn together. But in the end, we didn't proceed, mainly because of the rent was like super expensive, and number two because of COVID. We looking at the pace is increasing now. I have a feeling it's not looking very good, lah. So we decided to not commit ourselves to that place. Cool. Hey, Shatish, what is this thing you shared? Yo, Shatish. Can't hear you. Oh, his
His mic is broken, I think.
Broken, but he's sharing no worries. He's sharing an NFT marketplace. Very nice. Oh, OpenSea, yes. Do you have your own? Anyone has their own NFTs here? No. Yeah, NFTs is basically you can come up with any digital product and host it inside it here, right? Any digital product, right? Can I just draw a face on myself and put it here as an NFT?
Yeah,
right?
definitely. Yeah.
There's another website for like celebrity to sell their own NFT, right?
Yes. What's it called?
Those influencer. I'm not sure what's the name already. Yes. The price can go very high if you are a very well-known influencer.
Yeah. Yes. Like 200K and all that. But anyways, never mind. This topic, we'll leave it to the pros. And I really, really like this topic. So we leave it to the pros, and I hope to see your faces again if you guys are interested in it. We let them enlighten us on what is this whole thing about, and then we learn together so much more about it. And if you guys this session is coming to an end, it's 4 o'clock. But anyways, on a closing note, I just want to share, if any one of you guys are interested in working on projects, if you guys are interested in projects, or if you guys are good at something, or you don't really need to be super good at it, if you're interested in something and you want to share it, do let me know. And then lead a session like this. You can see the way Shatish and I share. It's very casual. You don't need to be like a super duper pro. It's more like sharing your experience, sharing what you know. It's all about going from 0 to 1, 0 to 5. You don't need to be at a level 100 to share. We're looking at people who are at level 10, level 20. Just share your knowledge, right? Get to know people, share, collaborate. That's how we grow the community and grow our own knowledge. That's number one, okay? And number two is projects. We're gonna have the feature soon on Pathwatch or even if you guys checked out our new community group thing that we're temporarily using it. That one's a really cool platform. Use that one. Share any project ideas that you have. Let's say, we have some of our community members who wanted to build wanted to do something like a aggregator for food stall vendors, right? Something like that. Simple app, not too complex, but he doesn't have the time to do it himself because he's working full-time, right? So if you guys have your ideas like this, also just post it in there. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested. Then this will be so much easier for you guys to learn together. The beginners who can do beginner stuff, the more senior person can architect it and plan how to do it. And then if you guys discuss and get it done. If you guys have any difficulties, just reach out to us. Any of the mentors, to me, to Ming, and that's how you learn, right? Instead of really going through the curriculum and sitting down and you're following the steps. That's good, but only for a beginner level. Once you reach a certain level, it's time to start building things really. That's what I always say. And when you build these things, you can, on top of learning faster, on top of networking with your friends, you can also use it as a project that you can go and apply for jobs or whatever. So it's a win-win-win-win situation. So definitely projects is the way to go. All right. I myself, I'm going to post up some projects on there. And just to kickstart, just to motivate and see if anyone is interested. But if you guys do have it, more than happy to see you guys post it and support your project visions. Cool? Okay, guys. So I think that's all from me. Anyone wants to share something before we call it a day for today? No? Okay, great. Thanks for coming. Hey, Shatish, any closing note from your side? Oh, if I forgot, your mic is broken. So cool. Because if not, I knew Shatish would have said something. So I look at him, why is he so quiet? So, okay, no worries. Thank you so much, guys, for coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. I'm going to share the recording for this. For Kendall, City, and Ryan, you guys joined a bit late. We shared a lot of very good golden cookies at the beginning before you join in. So just watch the recording, share it with your friends if you want to. No worries. So cool, guys. Thanks. So see you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
See you. Bye bye.